we've all become quite compliant, haven't we? I mean, we're very good at doing as we're told. After all, we went to school and that's where the training started. The teacher said, go and stand over there, or put your hand up if you want to ask a question. Not ask a question as and when you feel fit. Wait by the door, line up over here, stand there, move this, do that, go there, report to the headmaster because you've been naughty. We're very compliant, aren't we? And throughout life we get even more compliant. I don't know if you've noticed, everywhere I seem to go, there are these instruction signs, or signs telling you what you can and what you can't do. You can't use your autonomy anymore. You can't use your common sense. You can't use your own thinking, because everywhere there is a sign to tell you exactly what to do. I mean, we know the sort of classic things like keep off the grass, of course. Those are all over the place. Not please keep off the grass, or would you mind keeping off the grass because we're actually trying to grow the grass, or we don't want dirty, great big thundering boots going all over it, and that sort of thing. And alternatively, there's no ball games. Again, it's just an instruction. No ball games. Sorry, mate. That's it. More than my job's worth. You can't do that. And then we see these sort of things, stop, wait here for further instructions. Yes, we're going to tell you what to do next. No autonomy whatsoever. You must wear some eye protection. We're telling you that's what you could do. I mean, you might prefer to wear the eye protection, I grant you, but we're telling you this is what you've got to do. And this is the kind of world that we seem to be in at the moment. Everywhere there are instructions, isn't it? And it's in the adverts and in the media, pop one in the basket today. And you go, well, don't tell me what to do. It might be, why not pop one in the basket? Or you might want to purchase this, but buy one today. No, don't keep telling me what I've got to do. And we get this all the time. The adverts are so full of these hypnotic instructions. And I think that's exactly what they are. Hypnotic instructions. They're telling you what you've got to do, as if we are some sort of, I don't know, robot. Although robots seem to be coming very soon and they'll have the instructions built into them. Buy one now. Righto, I will buy one now. Use your phone to pay with. No, thank you. I'll decide how I'm going to pay. I don't want you telling me. We're being told left, right and centre, aren't we? And then, of course, we get those letters, don't we? We get those letters through the post. You must pay. We demand payment of. And you go, well, who says? Who says so? Where's your authority coming from? Why should I? Why should I pay just because you've sent a letter through the post and said, are we all becoming a little bit compliant to everything? We've seen that thing, the speed of science, haven't we, in which people lined up to inject something not terribly healthy into their arm en masse, the whole world doing it, pretty much, although quite a few people were a bit canny and saying, hang on a second, I'm not sure about this. Why should I take something that doesn't look like it's any use to me and was only designed for people over 80 and I'm in my 30s or 40s or 50s or even in my 60s? Some people are these days. Anyway, have we become too compliant? Are you somebody who would just automatically do as somebody says? Stand here, queue over there. Now, if it says please, then that's polite. But we just live in this world where everything is just being demanded of us. And we've lost our autonomy and said, well, hold on a second, let me decide, please. I'd like to make that decision, not you. And it's the same with everything. And I think that's why we're getting into such a muddle when we have these demands through the post. And you say, well, hold on, where's your authority coming from? I'm not sure that you have that authority to make that demand, especially if you're a corporation and you've pretended that you're the local authority, but you want something which you're calling a tax. And why should I pay it? What is it doing? Where is it going? Show me on your form exactly where all the money goes to, and then let me decide. I would think that with the council tax, let me decide if I want the bins collected or the LED lights or the 5G or the 20-mile-an-hour speed zones. Let me decide if I'm going to be paying you. Don't come here mob-handed like the mafia and say pay up or we'll send the boys round, because that does seem to be what's going on these days. And we become so compliant. Well, we daren't speak up. You know, it's the old English thing, isn't it? When you go into the restaurant, they say, "How's your food?" And you go, "Yeah, no, it's fine, it's fine." Maybe absolutely disgusting, maybe cold, may not being cooked right. You may have got the wrong thing. But oh no, we're ever so polite, aren't we? And our politeness sometimes lets us down. After all, you're being so polite that you don't want to cause a scene. Well, unless we cause a bit of a scene, unless we say, hang on a second, this isn't right, not necessarily a complaint, because a complaint is a legal term and it means you're in their system. It's like if I get a letter, and I mentioned this the other day, a letter comes to Mr. Vobes. And I think, well, who's that then? I'm not a Mr. As I mentioned before, my mum never gave me the title Mr. I didn't walk into that jurisdiction. It just suddenly happened. Hold on a second. And we've all become a little bit compliant. We'll think, oh, it's nice to have that Mr. I'm now all grown up, aren't I? Not really understanding what it means. Mr. Vobes, go and stand over there. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. No problem, sir. Whatever you say, sir. And we've lost that. We've lost our own sense of dignity and our own sense of making up our mind and using common sense. We see it all over the place, don't we? Up and down the street. You've seen those people who are standing like zombies at the lights, at the traffic lights, and they go, press the little button. There's no traffic coming whatsoever. And they're standing there like zombies waiting for the little green man so that they can cross the road. Meanwhile, Julia and I have gone to the other side, and these people are like, oh, I can't go across because I have to wait for the green man. I have to wait. I can't take that risk. And maybe this is on purpose. Maybe we've been trained like this so that we can be controlled and looked after and cajoled in certain places to do as we're told and not to have our own thoughts, not to get above your station, all of that. I mean, look at the offices that people go into when they're in, say, I don't know, the corporate world or whatever. This is your tier. It's above my pay grade. Oh, yes. You see how we've been limited. We've been manipulated all the time throughout our lives. Oh, no, you can't have your own thoughts. It's interesting because when I used to do a bit of the old filmmaking for corporates, well, anybody who would pay me enough money for me to get my camera out and make them a video, and often it was the corporate videos, you'd go in and you'd see these people, they would have all the restrictions because they work for the company. Me as a freelance, didn't matter, I could go wherever I liked. And you say, oh no, you can't go in there. Why not? Well, it's, that's just reserved for somebody else to use. Oh, is it? Well, I'm just going to go and put my gear in there for 5 minutes and then I'll go, well, I don't know about that. I'm not sure if you can. Well, I'm not leaving it out here where anybody can come and nick it. I'm just going to put it in that room, especially if it's for people who are a bit more senior. So less people are likely to go and nick my gear whilst I go and find out where I'm filming or whatever it was. It gave me a lot more autonomy being a freelance, certainly. Working for these companies in these tiers with your line manager and your manager above that and all these people pushing the pressure on and getting your targets and all that. We've all been so conditioned, aren't we, to just obey whatever we're told to do. And I find the adverts particularly irritating in which they're telling you this thing. So yeah, is it hypnotic? Is it a sort of NLP thing? Do as I say, you are under my power. I think it is, actually. I think we're being conditioned. And in part of my rebellious mode would be to whip these signs off and push these people who are desperately trying to cross the road when there's nothing coming. Say, come on, off we go. Use your autonomy, use your brain, use your common sense. Look, there's nothing coming. Just go and get on with your life and stop letting everybody else order you about. Be interested in your thoughts. Don't forget, you can, of course, comment in which side is it? This side? There it is. It's up to you. I'm not instructing you. It's not an instruction. I'm not telling you what to do. You can have a little chinwag in there in the old forum. And a big thank you to everybody. I never say, please give me the money, but I do say thank you for those who've donated. It's really kind of you, and I very much appreciate it. And I hope that you'll watch the next one. I hope. It's not an instruction, for goodness sake. It's not. I told him, it's not an instruction. No. Yeah, I just hope. I hope they enjoy it. Yes, exactly. And if you want to comment, It's not. I'm not saying, you must comment, you must subscribe, you must press the bell notification. Everyone's got these instructions. The one that makes me laugh the most, though, it's not really an instruction. I don't know what it is. There's sometimes when you're walking down the road, you see this load of traffic business, where they're digging up the road and what have you, and there's a red sign, and it says "Cyclists dismount." And I thought, well, of course they dismount. Otherwise, when they're taking a bath, the bike would get wet. Or you can't take a bike to bed, can you? Or when you're having breakfast, it's a bit awkward if you're just having to sit on the bike all the course. Of course, cyclists dismount. They also get on the bike, otherwise they wouldn't be able to dismount. But I'm not sure if that's what the sign meant. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.